On this episode of The Haunted Side, we're investigating the Tahoe Biltmore in North Lake Tahoe. The 109-room hotel was originally built in 1946 and has paranormal occurrences dating back to the 1960s. The most commonly seen spirit is that of a woman named Mary that's believed to have been one of the cabaret dancers back in the 1960s, and she makes her presence known all throughout the building. Now it's our turn to investigate to see if we can document these claims and possibly even make contact with the spirit of Mary. All right, guys, so we're standing here at the Tahoe Biltmore. I've got Jamie Lee with me. She's actually the events director here. We're going to be investigating later on tonight, but I know that you wanted to do kind of a walkthrough and kind of show us some of the hot spots in the area. And I think even where we're standing you have a story, don't you?
Yeah, so when I very first started working here, this was the first paranormal activity story that I had actually heard.
Oh, wow.
We have a lot of construction workers that stay. They're working kind of locally and close by. They reported seeing a little boy on the property playing with a red ball. So he was in the parking lot. He was in the street, actually right here next to us.
Right here in front of us.
And they were saying, we don't know where his parents are. Can we report this? Can someone handle it?
Yeah.
And another construction worker had actually approached this little boy. And he came back in running. And he was white as a sheet. And he said, that boy's not real. He's not real. He was transparent, I guess, because he walked up to talk to him and ask, where are your parents? Can I help you get somewhere? And he was just transparent. He didn't say anything, and he walked away from the construction worker.
Oh, wow.
So that was my very first story that I heard here. That was right here.
Literally right here. That's pretty creepy. So maybe even tonight we can do a little walk around out here with some night vision cameras and see if we can't make contact with that little boy spirit again. We continue the walkthrough, and Jamie Lee shows me the most haunted hallway in the entire building. I like this hallway.
Yes, it's a big attraction for tourists coming in. It's tons of little tidbits of history about Tahoe, the Biltmore itself, as well as other surrounding properties.
Wow. So, and you said that one of like the scariest experiences?
Yes.
Is it you that had, or is it staff that had?
No, it was staff. So it was actually a security guard. He was doing his nightly rounds, and he was coming down the stairs and coming down this hallway. And he turned, this side door was open, and he could see the back bustle of a dress. So he came down. It's pretty common for people to come in and not be where they're supposed to be.
Yeah,
so as a security guard, he's doing his job, and he's coming down, and he's flashing his flashlight saying, hey, excuse me, ma'am, you can't be down here. And as he's walking down, his flashlight dies. And so as he gets to the door, he turns the corner, and he sees a lady in a dress standing, staring at the chapel door. And he said, excuse me, ma'am, you can't be back here. And at this entire time, he believed he was talking to someone that was just a person and was not supposed to be there.
Wow.
So as soon as he came around the corner, her head whipped and stared at him, and whipped back and stared at the chapel. Said, excuse me, ma'am, you have to go. And she floated, in his words, floated off back towards the staff door and disappeared into thin air in the hallway.
And that's just right back here?
Just back here.
Yeah, let's go see this. So, I mean, that's like a good 20, 30 seconds of conversation with something.
Correct.
That he thought was a human being.
So standing right here, he thought he was talking to a real live human that was not supposed to be here.
That was right here.
Right
and
here.
then her head probably just whipped this way, staring at him here.
Turned, went back to the chapel, said, you are not supposed to be here.
Yeah.
And she walked off down this hallway and disappeared before she hit those double doors. He quit about 2 weeks later.
He quit.
He couldn't do it after that experience. So.
Couldn't be down here anymore.
Yeah.
Do you want to check out the chapel?
Yes, absolutely.
Let's see what goes on in there.
We do use this room as a wedding chapel,
Sure.
but it is supposedly one of the most haunted areas in the property. It actually used to be a dressing room for the Viva Les Girls, which was a show here in, I believe, 50s, 60s. It was known as the Nevada Lodge, and their shows were done right in the ballroom right across the hallway here.
Awesome.
And this was their dressing room. And the way I found that out is that we did our ghost tours, and actually one of our guests used to be a dancer. So she came out, and she was looking for the dressing room.
Yeah.
And we had converted it into the chapel.
Sure.
She said, yeah, I remember that. That's our dressing room. We used to have all sorts of weird stuff happen to us. When we were getting dressed, stuff would disappear. Things would fly off the tables when we were in here.
Oh, wow. So stuff moves around in here.
So, and that was from when she was a dancer in the 60s or 70s.
Wow.
So,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
And this is where, so the spirit is Mary, right? Is the one that...
Yes, Mary is our resident ghost. She gets blamed for all of the spiritual activity that happens on the property. She is believed to be one of the dancers in the 50s or 60s when the property was known as the Nevada Lodge.
Yeah.
Rumor has it that she fell in love with one of the managers of the lodge, and he refused to leave his wife for her, and she was murdered. So, rumor being...
On property?
Yes. So a couple different versions depending on who you talk to.
Sure.
Most popular is that she was pushed into an elevator shaft, empty elevator shaft. And other one more popular, I guess, in the newspapers and articles is that she got upset and drove off of Mount Rose when it was icy because she couldn't stand that he wouldn't leave his wife for her.
For her, wow. Yeah,
so a couple different versions depending on who you talk to, but
if it was an elevator shaft, would it be that one that we...
Yes.
All right, guys, so we're standing out front of the Tahoe Biltmore Hotel here in North Lake Tahoe, getting ready to start the investigation. Just doing the walk around. This place is enormous. So much activity, so many rooms with just tons of activity, tons of stories. So we're going to start on the top floor and just kind of work our way down and see what kind of evidence we can capture in here. But just from doing the walkthrough, I'm going to say it's pretty safe to say we're going to capture quite a bit. So let's get the gear set up. Let's grab the SLS camera, the obvious, and let's get going. Okay, so we're literally like setting up gear. Like this is the kind of the equipment nerve center, and we hear like clear as day, just like a boom, like knock on the inside of the closet right there. So I just got I literally just turned the SLS on, so it's going to count down and it's going to start recording. See if it wants to map somebody just hanging out in my closet. Is there anybody in there? Dude, that door will not move. Who's in here? It maps somebody. Map somebody on the side of the rollout bed. They're there. They're like touching it. Was that you? Was that you that was knocking on the door right there? We can see you. It was like touching this, and then it stopped, and now it's just staring at us. Do you have the Ovilus? And he's just sitting right there. We literally heard you knock on the wall right there. Can you do it again? Look at his hand, dude. It's like trying to knock on the wall.
Flat rent truth.
Let me see it.
Percent.
Can you talk to us? What's your name? You can say something in this box. It said, well. It's like leaning away from it. It's putting its hands up like it's scared of it, like backing away from it. Now it's back to sitting how it was. I didn't mean to scare you. I just wanted to see if you talk to us. It's like kicking. Do you have anything you want to say? Can you make another noise in there? It's like it's trying to... it looks like it's trying to
it looks like it's trying to spread the bed out. It looks like it's trying to pull the bed down, like it wants to lay down. Are you tired? Win and strong. And it's like, it literally looks like it's trying to pull the bed down. Do you need some help? And look, it's like gone. Totally gone.
We begin the investigation by heading up into the rafter room, which is directly above the 4th floor. There's a spirit that's seen here quite often. His name is Polly, and he's believed to have been one of the maintenance men.
We gotta like definitely watch our heads. All right, that one's rolling. Is there anybody up here with us? Heard there might be a guy named Paul or Polly. If you're up here, we don't mean you any harm. We just want to talk with you. It's a pretty beautiful place. We know that you really liked it. What was that? Was that you?
No.
You didn't make a noise right then?
There's a click of the camera.
Oh, okay.
What's really compelling about this light anomaly is that it stops in midair, goes backwards, and then continues on the way that it was. That is a really strange movement for a bug to do.
Something white just went back through there.
You hear that? Something like directly behind me made a noise.
I'm coming down there. Jesus. Something behind you, what now?
It made a noise.
Said bell and divided. Who's back here? Is there anybody in here? Paul? Polly? Are you working back here? It talked, but nothing came up. Did you hear that?
No.
It went like... sounded like a voice, but not like this voice. Catch and do. Are we going to catch you? Said I. Just like I and near. Are you near? It's colder right here.
Yeah. It just got really
It got
cold.
really cold. Are you here right now? What's your name? Are you Paul? Console. Form.
That's me.
Do you need somebody to console? Oh my God,
geez.
you weren't kidding.
That's the
Oh,
elevator
she
room,
told us
guys.
the elevator was going to scare us. That absolutely scared me. I've got chills like all the way up and down my back. Whew. All right, so we're coming up on 408. This is the room that somebody took a picture from the outside, and there was like a face kind of in the third pane, which would have to be like a super tall, like 8 or 9 foot tall person. But they've captured all kinds of stuff in here, spirit box, voices, everything. So we've got the SLS running. Let's just jump in there and see what's in there. Is there anybody in here? Anybody that likes to look out that window? My name's Patrick. Addiction. Yeah, so from like staring down there, I mean, to be here, like a face here, and it was kind of tilted sideways. That's a tall person. Were you looking out the window? Said diddled, sharp, land, and arms. Is there anybody right there? Do you want to come sit on the couch? Timid and wrong. Are you timid? Certain in Europe. I don't know. I'm not getting too bad of a vibe in here right now. Maybe we just leave the digital recorder sitting on the windowsill. My name's Patrick. We're just going to leave that little box right there. If you were the figure or the person that we saw your face in this window, you can come and talk to us right here. We're just going to leave this in here. Refrigerator. Yeah, let's jump over into the bedroom, see. Anybody in here? Who's in this room? You don't have to be scared. We don't want to hurt you. We're just here to tell your story, just here to document you. Did you hear that?
I thought it was me, but I can't recreate that noise.
Neither can I. Anybody sitting at the chair? Oh, it's weird. I'm like shining in the mirror, but I couldn't see myself for a second. It wasn't far enough. I wasn't close enough to it to see into it. It's weird though, because it's like showing the reflections. Normally it doesn't do that. Is there anybody in this mirror with me? Do you want to show yourself? Is this a gateway? There's another mirror in this property. People see people all the time in there. Oh, dude, I don't like this. The infrared light that just is like constantly like firing off is like changing because my face is just white, right? It's just like a shadow. But it's changing my face to like different faces, like creepy looking, like skeleton faces and stuff. That's pretty creepy. So we were just about to leave, and I shined the camera over, and there was a figure just under Jason's arm again. Okay. Oh, it's not somebody. They're right next to you again. This time it's recording though.
Right under my arm.
Gone. What was that? I just saw somebody standing here. Oh my God, I'm not kidding. Somebody was right here, and they
It's
just.
cold in here.
It is a lot colder in here right now. Somebody was standing here like this, and they just went like this. And like just went that way. And look, there's nothing. It's like a TV right there. It is colder in this room, though. There's nothing there. Who's in here with us? Who did we see just now on the camera? Who did I just see standing right there? Okay, yeah, let's go down. Let's check out some of the rooms on the 3rd floor. And maybe get out on that balcony, see if we can kind of shine up and see if anything's in those windows. That's us as well. Okay, so we're back, or we're on the 3rd floor. We just left the room. We had the spirit box running. But I remember she was talking about 310 being a pretty creepy room. You walk in, it's supposed to be like ice cold. And it's hot out here right now, at least in the hallway. I mean, it's probably like almost 80 degrees, it feels like out here. But yeah, got the Ovilus now, so let's run. Let's check that place out down there. 310. It's just, it's cold right here. It is so much colder right here. We're not even in the room yet. It is like much colder in here.
That was me.
Oh, map somebody. Just for like a split second on the side of the door right there. Just kind of like they kind of disappeared into this. Did you go in the bathroom? Are you guys in here? Ooh. Did you hear that?
No.
My ear rang. It was like a loud, high pitch, like enough that it made my left ear like just did it again. It is so much cool. Oh. I couldn't tell if that was somebody or not. It's so much colder in here though.
Oh yeah, it's definitely after the hallway.
Do you like this room to be cold? Oh, it's mapping somebody. Right underneath your arm, it gone.
Again?
There was somebody right underneath your arm. They were like behind the chair over there, and then they just disappeared. Is it colder over there?
Yeah, it's very cold.
What are you guys doing in here? What was that? What was that?
I have no idea.
Oh my God.
Check the tub.
There's a shampoo
so-
bottle in there. Yep.
Where was that?
Maybe up there.
That was it.
Yeah. You knocking stuff over? Do you not like people in here? Can you appear in there? up and big.
You know I never like it when it says that.
Yeah, pretty shaken. I'm gonna put this back here. Show and lady. Can you move that again? What if you just saw it?
I'm up for it. Let's see it.
Come on. Oh, it's back. Oh, it was sitting on the chair. It was sitting on the chair.
This chair?
Yep. It was like kind of like kicking at your legs. It said Lisa. Is your name Lisa? Ooh.
Got super cold in here.
Feel my arm. I'm not even kidding you. Come over here and feel like right on the bottom of like my forearm right there. Does that feel cold?
Yeah.
I felt like a hand. I felt like something kind of like just come around it like this, and it was so cold. That was crazy. Robert? Can you appear again in that chair? Can you move something in the bathroom again? The same spot on my arm is still like frozen right now. So that room, there's something in there. Like that was weird. Stuff getting knocked off the shower and feeling like ice cold. Like I felt an ice cold hand on my arm. But 312 is also right here, so that one's got some creepy factors to it too, and we can get out to the balcony, so let's go check it out. I hope that's a paying guest. It says Sack, Divided, and Alice. It says divided a lot. Anybody in here with us?
Reveal.
Are you going to reveal yourself?
Speak.
I would love for you to speak. I think that's a closet, and I heard it kind of creak a little bit. Oh, it's like you can combine the rooms. Wrong. Somebody wrong? M. What does that mean? Obvious won't stop right now.
Is that window open?
Okay. That window was absolutely not open because we were talking about the digital recorder's up there. It's sitting next to it, rolling.
Yeah.
And that window was not open. What if the digital recorder's just laying down here? Yeah, no, let's head back up there because I know that window was not open. I know that window was shut. Let's go back up there. Said bed and arrived. Hang on. Okay, it's recording again. Okay, we're back, guys. 408. Said bed arrived, Faye, and now it said rapture. Oh my God. It is, walk into this room. It is completely different in here. Lady.
Again.
Are you over here by the window? Did you open that window?
Is it open?
No.
You're lying.
Myself. Position. And minute.
I don't know. I don't think.
Ago. Sift. Cut. Inch.
Ooh. Did you hear it say cut?
Mm-hmm.
And it said it weird too. It didn't go cut. It goes cut. All right, guys. So we're standing in the chapel. This is probably one of the most haunted areas. At least that's what people say. They experience a lot of different things in this room because this actually used to be the dressing room, they believe, for all of the entertainers back in like the 50s and 60s. So this is where the spirit of Mary is like pretty well known and well seen back here. Actually, earlier in the walkthrough, Jamie Lee was talking about how the security guards saw the full body apparition of a woman and had a conversation with it, with her, and then it just kind of disappeared around the corner. So I think I'm going to sit in here. We've got 2 night vision cameras, one in that corner of the room and then one in this back corner of the room. And I think I'm just going to sit here on this chair with a night vision camera in hand and just see if there's anything in here, see if anything wants to come and communicate with me. Okay, so I am sitting in the chapel room, completely alone, 2 night vision cameras in either corner and then the one that I'm holding. This is the room that Mary is seen a lot and felt a lot. So I'm just gonna ask some questions and see if we can make contact. Mary, are you in here right now? If you have anything you want to say, I'm here to listen. My name's Patrick.
I'm going to try and turn on this device. And if you come over and talk to it, or manipulate the energy, it said prepared and students. Seat. I'm literally sitting. I'm sitting in this seat. Can you see? Can you see me right now? Felt like I saw something, or like that light kind of dimmed, like something walked in front of that light. Are you over there? Table? Oh my god, did you hear that? Lady and cold. Because I just heard one of these play.
July.
And then it said lady and cold. Are you playing piano for us? Looked like somebody was standing over here. Are you standing over here? There it is again. Same note. There it is again. There it is again. Who's over here? What are you doing right here?
Character. Amelie. Screw.
Character and Ameline. With so much activity captured inside the Tahoe Biltmore, it's pretty safe to say that there are multiple spirits still lingering and walking around these halls. We're definitely going to have to come back and do some more investigating to see if we can further document all of these spirits.